Hi, I'm Mr. Grack. Welcome to the 4th dev log for Lazr. This week I worked on districts more and upgraded the cylindrical particle system. What you're looking at here is some fire and smoke being created by that cylindrical particle system. Little sparks of fire are created on the top of each building, which eventually grow into large smoke that changes color from red to blue to black. All these fire and smoke particles rotate around, rising into the air and eventually fading out. Let's talk about districts now. A district is made up of levels, so they're kind of like the worlds from early Mario games. I have 5 districts or worlds designed and connected. I want each district to have its own unique style, while cohesively fitting together to form the overall city. As the player, you'll have to fight through each district, completing levels and fighting bosses along the way. I'd like to zoom in and show you each district now, starting with the Voth district, the War Foundry. The War Foundry is a Voth district, so the architectural style is based around upside-down pyramids, the color red, orange, and yellow, and lots of swirling smoke. This district is where machines of war are created, and draws inspiration from the factories of the Industrial Revolution. These massive floating factories in the sky constantly spew out pollution, smoke, and weapons. Voth uses the weapons produced here to rule the city. Voth is the main big bad guy in the game. Let's return to the district overview now. The next district I'd like to show is the Fabrication Plant, in green. The Fabrication Plant is a Sintel district, so the architectural style is based around spheres, the color green, and complexity, which is highlighted by the number of orbiting objects and atmospheric effects. There's much more work to do to this district, but I'm happy with the overall direction it's taking. Let's look at the research cluster now. The research cluster is a Humicorp district, so the architectural style is based on more traditional rectangular building shapes, the color blue, and rain. Heavy inspiration is drawn from Blade Runner here. This is a reworking of the demo district to include more buildings and levels for the player to explore. This district is also a ground-based district. Now let's look at the downtown district. The downtown district isn't owned by any specific corporation, so its architectural style is more based on cylindrical shapes, the color pink, and connection. The downtown district serves as a central hub that connects to all the game's other districts. This makes traveling between districts much faster and easier. Since this district will grow and become more complex as the game evolves, it also serves as a great stress test to discover where the game's code needs to be improved or optimized. Finally, let's take a look at the storage facility district. The storage facility district is where players start the game and complete basic training. The architectural style here is based around the abstract representation of a spinal cord. Players start at the base of the column and work their way up, eventually completing training and exiting into the downtown district, where they are free to complete each of the game's acts as they choose to. So that wraps up districts for this week. It's been a while since I've shown some level gameplay, so here's a reminder of where that's at so far. So thanks for joining me for this week's update. It was a very productive week, which is good. Next week, I'll be working on more level-related stuff, so stay tuned. I'll leave you with a longer video capture of the test tornado featured at the start of the video, along with some more commentary about how it works and the code behind it. Thanks again. Alright, so in the top left-hand corner, we can see some debug information. Let's restart the simulation from scratch and watch those values change. First we see that fire is created, then smoke. The smoke rises to fill the frame and an airship works to put the fire out. Each time the airship lands, it reduces the burn rate, which controls how many fire particles are spawned each frame. When this value reaches 0, no more fire will be spawned. This test is a great way to check and make sure that fire and smoke is working the way I want it to, while still being relatively efficient. The top two values in the debug info are the update and draw times, in milliseconds. Most frames take between 4 to 5 milliseconds to render, which is well under the 16 millisecond ceiling to render at 60 frames per second. It's fast, but it could be faster. Here we see the burn rate approaching 0, so very little fire and smoke is being spawned. When the airship lands next, the burn rate will be reduced to 0, which will stop fire and smoke from spawning. Note the update and draw loop times drop as well, since there's less particles to deal with. Alright, that wraps up this week's vlog. If you found this video interesting, consider subscribing to the channel and visiting Lazr.online, where you can play a demo version of Lazr for free on PC and Mac. Thanks again.